Hello, stream started. Hello Mew. Meow meow, hello.
Hello. Hello, hello. Can you hear me just fine, I wonder? Hello. Hello, how are you? Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Mundo. Hello, Nayel. Hello, hello. Are you okay? Nice. Nice, nice. Okay. Just checking, just checking. Yeah. You were playing Minecraft? I've been thinking whether to play a game where you get like to control characters like Ringworld or Oxygen not included and make it like I named the little guys you control as people watching the stream. It would be funny. I've been thinking about that. I also kind of want to have like a Minecraft server, mainly because what to call it? I really like to like build stuff, like a shit ton of stuff. I'm like, it's a bit of a problem where I like make random shit for no like reason at all. For example, I tend to make castles and accidentally make like huge like labyrinths, underground labyrinths. Because the way I mine is like making dungeons on the ground, which is kind of funny. And it's even funnier because most of the little nuggets end up either dying or going insane or dumb or afraid worse than that. Yeah. That's why I'm being like very tempted to actually do that. Yeah. Okay, so today I had to unload, well, not just me, but we had to unload a bunch of merchandise. Finally, the bus with the, not bus, the truck with merchandise arrived to the city, and we had to unload it early this morning. Yeah. And I think I'm like getting good at what to call it, managing the inventory, because I managed to have everything unload in such a way we can actually like count, right? While the person in charge was like talking to the driver, I did all the counting because I pre-counted basically while we were unloading. I like organize things in a very particular way. Like, okay, there's going to be sets of 9s, right? I will place them in set of 9s, and then I will stack the sets to make like groups, right? So if I know there is like 54 of an item here in each stack, then I just need to like count the stacks, right? So I organize other merchandise and like, yeah, I would say like I like guided everyone that was unloading to use the same system, even if they didn't like know why I was setting stuff like that. So by the time we finish unloading, I just have to do like a round around the warehouse, counting like the sets. And then I just like multiplied the number of sets against the amount of each set, right? And then I got like the total, and it was like the fastest I have gotten that counting done, like ever. To the point I like finished. I walked up to the person in charge, and they were, "Hey, okay, we're done. Start counting." And I was like, "I'm already done." And they were, "Oh, really? Okay. I have like the receipt right here. How much do you have?" And I was, "There is this much of this, this much of this, this much of this, this much of this." He checked the receipt and he was, "Oh, that's actually exactly the amounts I have here. We are done then." And it was perfect. My plan worked flawlessly. I'm going to be using that trick from now on. Yeah. The funny thing is that I've been proposing to the person in charge to make a system to make things like easier to count, and they never actually like listen to me. I was like, "Hey, how about if we require the factory to add like, I don't know, a barcode or something to the merchandise? So I can just like scan the barcode, right? And in the end, we get the exact amount because the computer is counting." And they were, no, that's too much work and it's going to cause problems in the logistics and blah, 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 and this and that. And I was like, okay, fine. So this time, I was like, okay, how about if I build in the counting system into the unloading of the truck, right? In the procedure of unloading the truck. And that's why I came with the idea, okay, how about we set things as sets, and then these units I break down into like smaller units, and then I just organize the workers to unload it in a particular way. And that way I can count extremely easily, instead of like basically grabbing everything from the truck and just shoving it somewhere in the warehouse without like rhyme or reason. So I was like, okay, we're going to do it this way. And now it works. Now is everything more efficient. Yeah. It was quite nice. Yes. It's not like as unreliable as using something like barcodes, right? Because there is still like the possibility that someone misplaced something or that I do the calculation wrong, right? So the numbers might not match every time, but it makes like recounting easier, right? It's not like a perfect solution, but it's a feasible solution. Yeah. I actually quite like it. Yes. It was nice. It's the first time I don't end up like extremely tired after like unloading the truck. Yeah. Yes. And well, that happened. And now, also, there is another thing I kind of want to like say. The video for the deco tree is officially 50% done. Hopefully, I will have it this week. Yeah. I don't think it's like up to the quality I want it to be, but I paused it because there was an ambulance passing by. I think if I try to do it like perfect, I will never like finish, right? And because I'm learning like at the same pace as I am like making the video, the like quality is going up, but not quite. Because it's the video where I like recording the voiceover like at the same time. The quality of the voiceover is like dropping while the quality of the video is going up, and it's like weird that way. Yeah. You can actually hear me in the video like struggling to actually do the voiceover. Yeah. But I don't want to record the voiceover. I don't want to re-record it because it took me like an hour, right? And my voice was like exhausted by the end of it. So I don't want to do that, even though I know it will like significantly improve the quality of the video. Yeah. I really hope I finish it this week. Yeah. Also, just as a reminder, on Saturday there won't be community night because I need to attend an event. Yeah. Just so you're aware. Yes. Okay, shall we move on to the game development now? There is a lot of stuff I want to make.
Stream started. Hello Mew. Meow meow. Hello.
Meow meow. I also need to fix this like script that I need to reset each time we do a development stream. Hello, Dized. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we were working on the continue menu, right? I was thinking about it. Currently, oh right, I deleted the save files. Whoops. No, I want to go back. Okay. New game is meant to create a new save file, right? And you don't need to like choose it. It would be like a blank one by default, right? But if we go to the continue and we delete a save file, that would mean there would be like a hole in the... Wow, I really screwed that up. There would be like a hole in the system, right? Because if you have 3 save files like this, and you delete one, let's say this one right here, the way my like script works, what it will do is it will look for the save files one at a time, right? So let's say if it is 0, 1, 2, right? It will start by searching for the 0 and then move to the 1, right? So we'll find 0, but it will not find the 1, right? And because there is no 1, it won't look for a 2. right? So that means if you delete a save file, like before the last one, you will lose everything from that ahead, right? Not because the save file is like lost, but because my script doesn't actually look for anything after it discovered that there is no like new files, right? So if you delete the 0, you will basically lose access to all the save files. Yeah. If I empty the file without deleting it, every time you make a new game, this list of save files will grow, right? You will start with 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, and it will never shrink. So the option here is either I correct my script so it actually looks for the save files, or I make the save files static so the list doesn't grow to the infinite. Basically, those are the options, I believe. Yeah. The static leaks will be the most like faithful to the original game, right? But the issue with that is that there is no issue. It's just that I don't quite like it. What was the last game you saw that had potentially infinite save slots? Let's see. Cyberpunk, Baldur's Gate 3, what was the name of that one? Pretty much all the computer games have infinite save points, save slots. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Every computer game has like infinite slots. Skyrim is another example. Yeah. It doesn't. It doesn't really need to have that that limit, right? But I find it easier to implement for some reason. Also, I don't know. I feel like the reason the games have like that limitation is mainly because you are playing on a console, right? There is no issue in making it like there is only like 3 slots, right? It just doesn't feel right, because I cannot really justify it. If someone asks me why my game only has 3 save slots, I will be like, I don't know, just because, right? It doesn't have a reason to be, right? And that's like, it doesn't really sit well with me, right? I also cannot really like justify having like infinite save slots because I'm like complicating the game unnecessarily, right? I'm complicating the game without a reason, especially because I'm basing it off the original Zelda, right? So I don't have like a good justification either way to either make it infinite or setting it like to static save slots. I'm like trying to like think about it. What do you need more than 3? Because something I want to do in the future in other games, I want to load previous games save files, like as if to continue your own story, basically, right? And because I want to make games I can play, basically, I want to make a game that I want to play. Yeah, you hate games with limited choices that have limited slots. Yeah, that's an issue, right? And because I have 5 different endings, I will, if I limit the files, I will set it to 5, right? The thing is, the endings are stuck. Yes, they are. But if you don't get a specific ending, I could give you the option to play the next game as if the other endings you didn't get never happened, right? And you might be asking, why? Why would you complicate this far, right? It makes like every game you make more complex, more difficult to make, right? Because it will exponentially like increase the size of the difficulty every game. Well, here's the thing. I'm not making games like for the players. I'm making games for myself. Not in the way that, what to call it, that I'm not like taking like the other games into consideration. The reason I want to, I not only like, I'm not against like the game becoming extremely complex because of the sheer amount of choices. I actually want it to become complex. To become like this chaotic like system. You might have noticed the way I program, you saw it in this game, right? I make it so generic that sometimes things that I didn't really consider can happen, right? When I say I want to make a game for myself, it's not that I'm saying that I'm not like taking into account the other players. I'm saying I want to play too, and I don't want to be spoiled, right? So I want to make a game so complex, so chaotic, so procedurally generated, not because I made like pieces that are generated by a program, but because the sheer amount of systems interacting becomes like impossible to predict. So I can play a game that I want to play without spoilers, without knowing what the story is going to show. Yeah. The first game I don't get the true ending. Oh wait, let's say that I get the true ending. Can I get locked out at the ending of the second for game? Yes. I want that to be able to happen. Yeah. Hence, the infinite save slots, right? I want to, when you start a new game, I give you the option from new game. I will give you the option to choose a save slot from the previous game to continue the story, right? If you don't have a previous save slot, I will use one that is like predefined, the true ending basically, to load with your new game. So you will be getting like the canonical story, right? So you will be starting every game from the canonical story unless you load a save file, basically. That's the idea. Yeah. And the reason I'm making the games this way is because I want to play too. I don't want to be spoiled. So I want to see my game get to the point where even I cannot predict it. Yeah. Do the old Flash game style and give the players an encrypted save file code where they can copy and paste the game. Yeah, it's something like that actually. Yeah, basically. For example, if you are playing like Zelda, right? If you die in the game, right? And you choose the, save and continue, but you never continue. And you load that save file in the next game, the canonical story will be that the hero died there. That was the game over. From that point onwards, the villain was unchecked, right? So you will be facing whatever consequences came from that. Maybe another hero rise, right? Because I don't want to make like the player like the chosen one, right? That's not something I want, right? So I want like to make it so maybe you died, right? You failed. What if someone raised to the challenge and actually managed to defeat the villain, right? But you will not know if that happened until you load the save file on the next game. And maybe not even I will know because I want to make the system so complex. I'm not like sure what's going to happen. Yeah. Maybe the same hero but revived with a necromancer. I actually wanted to make this like hardcore version of my game where, let's say you're playing like something style of Fire Emblem, right? Where you have like a group of heroes like gathered by the main protagonist to face the evil, right? The protagonist dies. Instead of reloading your save, I will grab the person that was like the most trusted person in your company, either by the other characters or by yourself, right? Let's say, I don't know, either use a trust score or the character you show the more preference for, like who was your favorite, right? And then you take control from that point onwards using that character, right? He becomes the protagonist from that point onwards. And the only way to get a game over is that every single person that is like aligned with your cause dies. That would be an amazing game. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you can have a situation where just one guy solos the final boss. He's capable, right? But take into account, right? Every time you wipe out, your party gets wiped out, you will have to rely on the characters that are like lower level, maybe? So it gives the final boss a head start because you need to like rebuild your characters. Maybe you don't have enough like yeah, but while you are grinding, the boss is grinding, right? Or proceeding with the plans. The game is not going to wait for you. That's something I want to make. There is a timeline running, right? So there will be like cases where you have to choose between two different quests, and you cannot like fulfill them both at the same time. You hate it when the reserve party doesn't level together? Well, if you have the power, you could like send them off to do quests so they are like working themselves. Just mind you, if they don't live up to the challenge of the quest, they might actually die off camera. Right? Because I'm not going to give you plot armor, basically. Is an item that lets you rewind time and keep the speed much? Not really, but I would like have to give a reason to it in game, right? Hello, Apple. Welcome. I'm doing fine. Welcome. Rather than... No, actually, yeah. I could give you an item to rewind time. Just don't lose it. Yeah. I could give you like the Dagger of Time from Prince of Persia. That would be fair. I will give you the power, but I will also like make it a very sought after item, so you will be like haunted. Yeah. Losing it part can be dealt with by safe comment. Not if I'm like saving myself, right? I don't let you like manual save. I save myself in the programming. You will have like to hack the game to actually be able to do that. Yeah. If I give you that item, I will take away the ability to save. Basically, you will have to pull a Subaru every time. Yeah, I could like give different like consequences to doing time jumping. Yeah. One moment, my cat wants to leave the room, so I need to let it out. One moment, I'll be right back. But yeah, I'm planning to basically try to be fair, basically. Yeah. Another thing that I'm not sure I like, but I know is like kind of necessary from the storytelling standpoint, is where the game basically shows you cutscenes where you can see what the villain is thinking and doing, right? Because it would be a little bit OP for the player to know that, right? But then again, it will maybe make like the story a little bit harder to understand. Yeah. You are going to copy the save file? Yes. I could also add like consequences to time travel. Maybe not like spawning like monsters, but I could like create paradoxes. I just need to figure out how to like handle them. Or just like write a set of rules and let the system decide what will happen. Maybe show enough to let the player know what the villain will do, but not enough to allow the player to deal with it. I don't know. It's difficult because just knowing who is the villain is kinda tough, because that means if you ever come across the villain, technically, because I don't want to put that limitation on you, there won't be anything stopping you to just killing him right then and there. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for coming, Apple. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming. Good luck. No cutscene shows his face. I don't know about that. What I would do... Look, what I would do, instead of doing what you mentioned, I would rather make more than one villain. I'm not going to give you a demon lord to defeat. I will give you 7 or 8 dudes that any of them could become eventually a demon lord. You don't know which one, right? So while you are dealing with one, the others will grow in strength, right? Because they are trying to accomplish their own like goals, right? So maybe I could like set it up like that, make it candidates, yeah, basically, and force you to choose between dealing with one guy or the other, yeah. But also the same way I won't give you plot armor, I will not give the candidates plot armor either. Yeah, if you want to be a villain, you're welcome also. I'm not going to stop you for that. Unless it's like a specific story I want to tell, like mine, right? This game in particular. I won't give you any restrictions. This particular event in the timeline is going to be like set, basically. That's why there is no bad endings. Okay, so this is new game. I want to set this right. Yeah, you can choose the evil route. Just mind you, if you choose to be the villain, I will let you know now. You better believe I'm going to add heroes to stop you. So you can have fun actually being evil. Yeah. Or even the other villains. Yeah. I actually will set the system to put the thing I call a Voldemort. Basically, your own actions will create the heroes. You will become like the spark event that starts the journey of the heroes, basically. I will make that happen. Yeah. And I will do it the other way also. If you are the hero, I might actually make it so a good action you took, if it was not like the perfect option, it might actually create a villain. I will make that happen because I love that kind of stories. Yeah. Now, whether or not I can actually pull it off is a different matter. Okay, here I'm like setting all this for the new game, right? Here on new game, I'm this is continue. Main menu, I set to no, not to new game. Instead, I'm going to change to new. Right? I don't need this. So we can go into the new menu, okay? I hope you can. It sounds fun as fuck. Yeah. And the only reason why I'm setting it up like that is because I wanna play too. I want to play the game. That game. I want that game. I want it. Yeah. That's why I'm saying I'm not really making a game like for others. I'm making it for myself. Because I want to play that game. Right? I want to play the game I envision without spoilers. Which is kinda difficult when you are the author. Yeah. Okay, so we have new game, right? So this is going to be set like that. I need to set the file name. So we will make a... I need to check the index. Here on continue on the create, I'm using the index to actually look for the files. Okay. So I can actually use this. I actually need to use this code again. Huh. What you can not to have an issue? Actually, what I do is that I play one game that I love, like once, then I set it aside for years to the point where I don't remember what happened in the game I just remember it was good, so I can play it again. That's what I've been doing, basically. I grab one good game, set aside, right? And then I play games over and over, like I playing one new game after another new game, trying to forget the game that was good, right? So I can play it again. And it's extremely hard to actually do that because for some reason I have a good memory for games in particular. I will approach in this case first give them a quest so they leave the village, then burn it down and off everyone inside. Yeah, that's one option of starting the hero's journey. Yeah, you can create it on purpose. I don't know if the system will like cooperate, right? I don't know if whatever I build in the system will pick off that one particular guy as the hero, but he will probably be in the hero's party. Probably. So you could like, if he doesn't become the hero, you can like off the actual hero so you can actually make him the hero. Yeah. That's an option. Yeah. It will make it interesting. Even if you had to wait. Okay, if you do it that way, it will probably happen. Yeah. Okay, so now I want to make the new game. I'm going to copy this function right here, just so I can reuse it. So I select an index, check the file name. I don't really need to like open, I only need to check if it exists, right? Looking for one that is not used. So I will just go through here. So I grab the file name, then do is the flame exists, then we go ++ and check the next, right? When this file doesn't exist, that's going to be the file name for the new game. Yeah. It's fun to be evil. I actually believe it's harder to be good than to be evil. But evil is more fun. Yeah. Okay, so new game just I could set it to show. I don't actually need the continue or the game end or anything of that. So I can get rid of these parts. I could call this function start game. Just so I have this code set aside. Okay. Right. I don't need the switch. I should show like the file, right? So I could go to file menu, right? And I will make like a single file. Actually, I could use the same functions here without issue. I could just use this right here on the draw menu. And I could just say, hey, the size is going to be 1, right? Because there is only one file to show. And the file will be just a file name, just like that. And then I can just differentiate here. Definitely easier to be able. Being good means you're far stronger as a person. Groom the hero to be strong enough to that you will actually have a decent fight. Then the hero will have the same epiphany and become the villain to groom another hero to have a decent fight. That would be really fun, actually. That would be a really good like plot twist. Yeah. Story-wise, I mean. Okay, so okay, I need a few flags. I will show like global dot menu equals to menu dot main, right? Just so I can do a few tests. I will rather get offended by the hero in the ending. Yeah, it depends on how the story develops. It will be very dependent of the kind of hero you get, because I'm not going to like put limitations of the way the hero behaves. Yeah. You might be fighting a hero like a pure paladin or a chaotic good hero. You might be fighting Kazuma. You might be fighting an anti-hero. You might be fighting a Batman. Yeah, it depends like on the kind of personality the hero has by the end of it. Yeah. Because I'm going to let events change the personality of the hero and the companions. Yeah. I want that to happen. Yeah. Okay, let me test it out. It sounds fun, right? That's why I want to play that game. Okay, so new game. And it's showing nothing. Lovely. It's because this is not set correctly. And new. Right there. I was missing that. It's still showing nothing. Lovely. That's weird. Global menu equals main menu, no? Menu new, this switches on keyboard. Oh, it's because it's pressed. Okay. So maybe I should just like comment this for now. Maybe that's the issue. No, that wouldn't be the issue. What am I thinking? That's working. That's not. Huh. Why is that? Wait, did I spawn the event actually? My menu continue. Oh, I didn't. Lovely. Okay. Object, generic, menu. New game. There we go. Now it should work. And I can remove the comment over here. Right here. I can just set it as it was. Yeah, but that's the kind of game I want to make. Yeah. So there won't be like mandatory quests. There will be like a story quest, right? That will lead you to the end of the game. Basically, I will assign you one or more villains and you win the game once you defeat them, right? Or you accomplish a specific goal, right? And that's when the story ends. After that, you can replay the sandbox, choosing to start where the other game ended, basically reloading your save for a new game plus, continuing the story either as the previous hero or a new hero, or choosing to play like, I don't know, 100 years later, and that will give you new villains and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's what I want. A game I can replay like that, to see that world evolve with your intervention. Yeah. Okay. It's happening exactly what I thought it was going to happen. Okay, let me comment this. Handle cursor, no setback from rename it on an object handle cursor. Oh, I see. It's because the function doesn't exist. I see. Okay, so I need to move this to this function right here to somewhere I can actually use them. Not here. These two. Handle cursor and what was the other? The menu. File menu right here. I will move it to this side. And the cursor is going to move over here. So I can use it whenever I want. Let's see. Yeah, so my games are going to become like significantly more chaotic as we progress. Yeah. What happened there? Feature creep? Yeah, just intentional feature creep. And I will make it in a way that is very chaotic. Index error range. All data. Okay, let me check that. Something is going wrong right there. Ambitious? Yeah, it is. That's why I never actually like tried to make a game like that. But I want to make it. I want to play that game. Yeah. Okay, we have the array size. That is 1, right? If it's 0, we're supposed to skip, right? Not 0. If it's less, we go to 0, so it's 0. Cursor is 0, so we don't go into here. So we go into this right here. Right, we make the rect. We check the files for file 00. We set the room, right? We draw the text. I see. File data. It's because I never set the file data. I see. That's the issue. Because there is no file data. Okay. So that's the issue. Okay, let's see. File menu. This is the issue right here. So I'm going to set it like this. For HP, I'm going to set to the default. That is 4 by 312 by default. And then I will check if array length for the file data is greater file data minus 1 is greater or equal to our cursor. Then we do this, right? We set the HP. If not, we simply don't. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is going to be creating a shit ton of systems, basically. That's my goal. Making systems, not features. File 0. Right? We are seeing file 0. Like that. Now that's working. Okay. So now that that's working, I want to make a few other stuff. Should I let you like name your save data? I was thinking, where should I let you like? Will the keyboard be in game? No, I was going to let you like type it, basically. You don't want the player putting emojis and thing? Why not? It's not going like to be used winning the game. It's just going to be like a random like a string. I will let you write in the save file. Yeah. Okay, let's separate this into steps. Let's call case. Actually, switch. A step, and we're going to set it like this. Case 0. We're on step 0. We will be showing. Just try to make it so the player can mess stuff based on the name, because you will try to. Yeah, I expect that. Let me actually if I can do a little writing menu. 1 second. Game maker capture. One moment, I'm checking the manual. One moment. I put in a slash along there. I will let you put it. It's not like you are going to be able to do anything there. So there is not like a function to actually do that. Wow. Does Game Maker really don't have a... The fuck? It really doesn't have a way to capture the keyboard. What? Huh. Wow, okay. Let me think about this. This is more complex than I thought it was going to be. So we have a get key, right? Keyboard. Last key keyboard string. What is this? Keyboard string. Keyboard string. What is this? Keyboard context and contain the last almost natural count type from the keyboard. This will only contain and that's the paid, but it will correspond to present backspace. The keyboard is this is not read only, you can change. Simply select to empty the string you can handle already. You can use the string functions to manipulate it. Oh, I see. It's a buffer. I see. Then I can do this way easier. Okay. Okay. So on create, I will simply set this string to empty, just like that. And over here, what I'm going to do is on case 0 on the draw, I'm going to put a switch. Actually, I'm just going to move this switch over here, right? On case 0, I'm going to show a little screen. Let's say it says let's use this right here, right? I will show this. And here I will just set the options. I don't actually need to set the options. Wait, I can just use draw underscore text and set it just below this, right? I have this and I just go a little bit below by adding, I don't know, 16, right? And then I set the keyboard string plus an underscore let's use a variable for this, right? And that will like show the string you just typed. And I will set a little file rate. I can delete this. F rate. Let's call this 0. And over here, I'm going to set F rate to ++. And if F rate is greater than 60, that is 1 second. Actually, let's set it to 30 just to make it flicker a little bit more. And I will set F rate to 0 and change the contents of this variable right here. Var underscore this equals to empty, right? And I will say if the variable is empty, then we set it to be the underscore. If not, if it's not that, we will just make it empty, right? That will make the thing blink every 30 frames. Right, that will show that. And I will grab this, move over here, put that over here. In case we are on step 0 and you press enter, right, we will switch to step 1, right? And now that you are on step 1, then we will show the file name, case 1 break. We will show a little file, right? Actually, maybe I can modify this a little bit. File menu over here. We have this, right? I can say this is going to be pro name, right? And I will set this to profile name right there. And I'm going to grab this to use it over here. And I will just say, hey, in case you hit enter, actually I don't need to remove that. I will say match p is going to be equal to 12. Profile name is going to be the keyboard screen, whatever it is in there, right? And instead of setting it here, I will set it over here. When you hit that, right? We set it and we switch, right? And we go over here, showing you the profile name. And if you hit enter again, if we are on case 1 and you hit enter once more, then we will just start the game, right? Start game. Yeah. I'm thinking. I need to move this. Let's say if you press enter, we do this, right? Just to make sure we distinguish. But if you press backspace here, bk underscore backspace, I will just set this to main menu, right? So we go back, right? That way you can go back and forward from the thingy. Yeah, I think that works, right? So we are here. New game. And it crashed. Lovely. Variable index out of range. Oh, it's because there is nothing there. Huh. Well, I can just add something there. Like that. I just put a bunch of an NP object right there. There we go. We have, like, we went straight to the file. It didn't give me the option. Huh. Why was that? Oh, because we already pressing enter. Wait. I see. There was a variant of this function that let you check if it released, right? Okay, yeah, there is one like that. I will change this for that. Yeah, like that. So now, whoa. Ah, okay, that's not good. Let me put the little like cooldown. Cursor cooldown. Equals to 10. So cooldown plus if and cooldown is greater than 10, we set the cooldown to 0 because we triggered. Actually, let's put it here inside the code execution. Like that, right? That will make it so you can only trigger these functions once every 10 frames. Wow, it actually like completely jumped everything. Yep, it is like completely skipping everything. Okay, so that's not the answer. Yeah, because here it enters, here it goes to step 1, this triggers step 1 and start the game. That's the issue right here. Because it basically triggers everything. Unless I said it the other way around. Will that actually work, or am I just too hopeful? I was too hopeful. How do I make this work? The thing here is that this was working before because there was like the cursor like making things like clearer. Maybe that would fix it. Making a check against the string. Oh, it's actually working. Huh. I just never actually changed the text. That's the issue. Profile name. Like that. Right? And this was drawing it top right, so let me like a little bit. And over here I want to check for the size of the string. String try concat count delete and squid format showing last length letters lower pause. What is this? Abstract string? What is this? Function return the target position and instance of a string within the string. Position this will return. Now text search for the string, store the variable text for a command, and it finds the interested substring name in that position. Not what I want. Substring is what I want. Insert position con extend replace last pause and squid replace. String repeat. Inline. Not what I want. Multi-line neutral. Template to string. String pause last start. Copy, delete, format insert. This lower repeat, replace. String length. Okay, maybe I will have to make like a specific function for what I want. Okay. So instead of like showing like the actual keyboard string, I will show the variable I want, right? And what I'm going to do is simply match it, right? So I will say if string underscore length of keyboard string is under how many characters should I give for the save file? 10. Then we assign the string, right? $15, $20. 20 is a bit much. You're hungry? Okay, if let's start with 10 and we will check from there. Right, so if it's like less than 10, we will synchronize the thingy. And if we're on step 2, step 0, excuse me, we will synchronize the string, right? Otherwise, we won't. That way, over here, we will show in the profile name with the next underscore. And we will prevent it to like showing past 10. So like this, it should show the menu like this, right? Profile name. That's like blinking a little too fast. Maybe I will add a little bit more lag here. So I can say new, right? I hit enter, we get a new file, enter again, and we start the game, right? Like that, right? So I can then save, quit. Let me increase the blinking fire rate. And we try again, just to see if the save file was created, and crash. Oh right, I forgot to set the value for the profile name. Whoops. Let's see. Profile name right here, because I never instantiated it. So bar underscore profile name equals to empty by default. Right, that way it doesn't crash. And let's see. So this should have created. Alright, there is no data. Whoops. When we create the file, when we save the file, I need to make the thing be added to the file. So I will need to load the value. The way I'm doing this, I just need to set the information correctly. Also, I need to get it right here. Profile name equals to profile name. Player, let's just call it profile name, right? The default value is new from this area, right? And I will set the profile name over here, just so we have that information. And this needs to be stored on the new game. So I need to go over here, I believe. Once we set the file and we start the new game, I will say store data, and this requires a key, and it will grab the data and set it there, but that's not what I want. I can use this right here, basically. This, and I will set it to profile underscore name, and use this value right here. I also need to modify this like that, and it's right here. Right. So now it should be loading correctly, in theory. Continue. Crash. Lovely. Script file menu profile name equals okay. So it was over here. Not here. Wait. Where was the crash? 1 second. And underscore equals profile name. On file menu. Right here. There we go. And crash again. Wow. Profile not set for read. Why? I'm pretty sure I said it. Profile name, that's set. I'm setting on profile name data. Okay. And over here, this is new game. I'm giving you a value of something, and I'm setting it here. Did I not use the same name or something? Nope, it's the same name. Okay, let me do a new game. Name will be. We got enter. We are fine so far. Okay. We skip all this and hit save. Quit. we try again. Continue. Crash. Data cursor profile name not set. Profile name not set before reading it. What do you mean? It's obviously set. Maybe the save data that I created is like corrupt. Let me see. Dungeons. Let me delete the save files and try again. Okay. One more try. New game. Name new B. Okay. Save. Wait. We go back in. Same issue. Okay, let me do this again. I will place my mark right there just to see what's happening here and run. Okay, so we are here. That's 12. This is not set. Huh, it's actually not set. That's weird. Hold up. That would mean over here. This is not being loaded for some reason. Okay, we have assay data. Okay. This is set to 12. This is unavailable. Let's see what's happening here. We have the assay data. We enter. We look for the key, profile name. Right? And the info is MUB. It's there, actually. Right? It's on the find info. Return default is not, so it should go here and return me V, right? So we continue. So this actually has MUB inside there. Okay. So now why is not this is set profile name? That's correctly written, right? Data set to that. Then I set file data to that. Okay. So this data has, yeah, the values correct. Right? It's pushing it in there. So now this should have the values right there. Yeah. Wait, invalid structure. What did you mean, invalid structure? The fuck? 0, 12. This is accessible. This is not. Why? File data. File data. HHP profile name. It is there. The string is in there. Unable to evaluate? The fuck? So it's not that it's like 0. It's like it marks it as if it wasn't assigned, which is weird. That's why it crashes right there. Even though it's actually set correctly. What the fuck is happening? Save and start over?
Save and start over is the only thing I can think of XD.
Why is not working? Because this has the correct value, and this is actually added to the structure. The issue is like on the other side when I'm reading the value. Oh, restart the software is what you mean? Let's give it a try, actually. It could be that. Yeah. Let's try. Yep, exactly the same error. Why is this happening? I don't get it. Okay, so we are right here, right? We can see this has a value, 12, right? Over here, we can see that it says unable to evaluate, which is weird. It should be able to evaluate it. Profile name is empty right here. Right, so if I go over here to the variables, we can see the file data on 0. We do have the string. I can see it. I can write it. It is still saying unable to evaluate. Why? Do I need to like cast it or something? like this, convert it to string. Wait. I think I know what the error is. Profile name. Profile name. Now it's working. Ah! Don't you love it when you commit some extremely stupid error that has you like scratching your head for like 30 minutes? Okay, let's move this over here. Right, let's draw in over here, down here, so we set in everything. We show the position of here. We draw the name of the profile. Now it's going to be on X, but I will add, let's say, "60 pixels to the right." So it will look like this. It's still like not quite there. Let's double that. 128. That looks way better. Maybe a little too much. How about we cut that to what would be nice? 96? Right? Because the length of the string can be very long. Let's say new Verthandy. Oh, it's not that many letters, huh? 10. No, your profile name, no set before reading. Did I write that wrong again? In your game? Wait. Where am I? This is continue. Profile name again. Wow, I'm really bad at this, huh? Bad at this. Just double checking real quick. New game was actually working because I forgot to. I actually made the same mistake consistently. New bird and new Verthandy. and we start. Okay, and we quit. Right? And now, I forgot to say. Lovely. New Verthandy. Maybe I should move the player to a different location instead of having it on the center of the screen. So save and quit. And we open again just to check that it's working correctly. Continue. We have the original file. We have the new one I just made, right? If I delete this one, right? Currently it doesn't remove that because I set it in such a way where it only clears the save file, so you can basically make infinite amount of like save files. Yeah. So I need to fix the continue, but at least the new game is working correctly now. Yeah, I think that's working just fine. I believe. Actually, I need to add something. Now that I think about it. Here, I need to add on this. I want to make a row. That would be like the delete on the continue. This one right here. This piece right here. Right, and I will put it right here, and I will just change the values. Right, I will say backspace. Like that, just so I can have like the indication that you can go back using the thingy, right? This actually, this should be like always there, so I will just put it outside. Here. Do you have a world map for the setting? A world map? What do you mean? You mean like a whole like world map for the whole world of my lore? I actually have not made one. I have a map for this game in particular. I have the overworld, right? But for the actual like world, I have not made one. Maybe I should make one. Yeah. Okay, that's working. So New game. Actually, I think I need to change the key. It shouldn't be backspace. How about if I put it on home instead? To go back to my menu. That way you can actually type like this. New, and I can delete. Yeah. Just grab a pencil and have an epileptic attack. Yeah, well, think about it. Because I need to make it consistent. So maybe I will start with the local map and slowly like grow it from there. Because I'm going to need at least like a country size map for the next game. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to increase the limit for the string. Let me just make it a variable. There. Limit. Let's set it to 20. And I will just switch this so I don't have to go modifying everywhere. Yeah. I could do some like noise, like what I do with the art, where I just make like random noise and then try to see shapes in the fog. That would be an option, but it's kind of slow. Okay. Now I can type my name. I have a few characters extra. Let me just set this like that. Oh, that doesn't look good. I should reduce it by 2 for... by 10 characters actually? Wait, that doesn't make sense. Maybe I should just increase it by 15 or something? Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Wait. Hold on. I set it to 20, right? Why is... That's definitely not 20. Hold up. Oh, it's actually 20. Huh. So I have 7 extra here. Okay, I suppose I will cut it to 15, maybe. Let's set the character limit to 15. So it doesn't overextend. Oh, I just realized there is a bug. Look at this. 1, 2, oh, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? If I do it only with 5s, right? We have 15, right? You can see it as the last character, but if I spam some letters and then hit enter, there is extra letters there, right there, even though I only type numbers. Do you know why? Because here is where I'm like assigning the value, right? But once you hit enter, I reassign the value again, but this value already changed because I kept typing, right? So this needs to go. Yeah. Now, if I go here and do the same again, right? 15 characters. If I spam and hit enter, now we don't have the extra. Huh? Sometimes I catch the bug while I'm like doing other tests, but not always. Okay. So we have this set already. What else is missing? You have the file names. Oh, the delete was not working, right? Yeah, it's not working. Okay, I need to fix that. So new game is done, basically. So we close. No, there is something missing. My brain was like, hold the fuck up. You are missing something. Okay. I will copy this. And I will set it like this. I will set it to enter. Right? And I will just say accept. Custom indices like that, and the position on X and Y. Let's set it to Am I using Ox for something? Oh yeah, I'm doing that. So I will multiply this by 2 to make the... Actually no. I want to move the wire, right? Let's set it to 16 less. Right? That way, that should look like this. Wow, that doesn't look good. Because I'm missing this. Okay. Wrong menu. There we go. That looks quite nice. Right, now you know you need to hit enter to accept the thing, right? It doesn't quite look nice, the bottom right there. Maybe I should align like the amount of characters. Right, we have 3, 5 on enter, 4 on home, so maybe I will just add a space. Right, that will like align it. Like that. That looks way better, right? Just a little aesthetic thing. Okay, now new game is on. So we are done with new game. Let's focus on continue now. To delete, basically. Continue. Okay. So we have the delete right there, right? And over here I have to have the check. This is backspace to go back to the main menu. And we have the delete right here to show the dialog. When we show the dialog, we check if we are in true. We set confirm to true. We go over here, we go to the delete save. Delete save, what it does, it just cleans the save. And that's it. It doesn't actually delete the file. Let me check the manual. Let's see. That's not what I want. Do we have a file destroyer or something? File. File actions. Let's delete file. Nice. File. File. File delete. There we go. Okay, I got it. So instead of doing this, I will simply say file exists for this particular file, right? So I will receive a file right here, right? A file name. And that's what we'll delete. Right? And that would be set right here. And here I just pass the current save file. Right? Where do I assign the save file actually? Here I am assigning it. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So we just destroyed the save file like that. And then I need to reload, right? Boom. Restart. Right? That should do the job? Question mark? Continue. We have the save files, right? I'm going to delete this one. Del. Yes. And now we don't have the second one. If I delete this guy. Yes. Now we don't have save files. We go back. No save files. Yeah, all the music is in the description. Yes. For this particular, check the game dev room, I believe is the section. Mute. It crashed. Because this is undefined. Let's see, new game. When you start, I want you to... Oh, because there are no... Wait. No, it should have created the save file right here. Why are you saying it doesn't exist? Wait, what happened there? 1 second. I forgot to refresh that. Damn it. Give me a moment. I will refund it. Yeah, basically I bought a license from them to be able to use their music. Yeah. There you go. Refund it. Okay, now let's see. New game. New. Now it's not causing issues. Verthandy. Okay. Right, we go in, we create a new file, exit, we go back in. I'm trying to recreate the crash. So we go and continue, we have this, we delete the save file, we go back, we hit new game. I try to type. New. The fuck just happened? Okay, this is the crash log. Action number one, pre-create depend for object entity parent on the find value. And for to save file plus nothing. Generate key. HP1, nothing chance. The voxel 0. Create projectile. Oh! What happens when you save without writing anything? Good question, actually. I believe this is an issue with the projectile. It's basically trying to create an attack without the value at the end. And that's what is triggering the error. Yeah. So this thing here, I believe, is the place where the error is happening. Is in one of those two. But that shouldn't cause an issue for room variables. It says here that it's triggering on the projectile parent on the score beam attack. Yeah, score beam attack. Yeah. Maybe it's time I disable this score beam attack. Step. No, not attack. I really need to rewrite the layer. This is the score beam right here. If we are full in HP and beam Attack. Enabled. Now we'll place the bar here. Now we'll put it over here. By default, I will set it to false. Just so we don't have any issues with that. Yeah. Here we go. That should solve the issue. I just disabled the score beam and the attract items like passive. Okay, so now to try your trick. Enter. Nothing happens because I set check to make sure the profile is not empty. Yeah. But if you want an empty profile, you can just hit space and then hit enter. And then you can have a empty profile if you want. It shouldn't really affect the actual game. Yeah. So we are here and we have the file without profile. I can delete it. Go back. Hit new game. New. Oh! Wait, what the fuck? The fuck? It shouldn't have crashed. What happened there? Generate key. Line 42. Hold on. What happened there? Here? Get from name, get object index. Object name, a string x and y. That should work just fine. Maybe it's because I broke it into pieces. Is that your issue? You're not like interpreting it like correctly? Is that what you're complaining about? New game. New. Enter. Okay, let's see. Continue. Okay, delete. Back. New game. New. Space. Huh. It triggers when I try to hit space for some reason. Even though there is like no reason for it to trigger. Player step line 919. Wait. Let me copy this. Okay. 190. Okay. That's not what I want. Ah, did it not copy? I hate you, game maker. What are you complaining right here? Let me try again. What is happening there? Is it trying to load something, maybe? That crash is very weird. So we delete this. We go back, new game. New. And when I hit space, crashes. There it is. Let me copy this. Okay. So it's complaining on line 197. 197. Right here. Hidden torch. The fuck? It goes into a squad attack create line 1. Break parent line 1. Entity parent create. Cell, okay. Here is calling generate key. Direction none. Cells log 0. For entity parent. Basically, it's triggering the score attack. It's trying to generate key. And one of the values is undefined. Somehow. Which it would be technically impossible because you need to have a location, right? The fuck? Hold on. In the read key. Okay, you are complaining here, right? So let's say bar underscore file. Equals this. Right? Then we have room. Good room. Right? Then we have the game object. Right? Then we have I can substitute this to make the string smaller. Right? We have the room. We have the object name. And then we have the X and Y. Okay, I will place that right there. Just to see what's happening. Let's see. Okay, Ricardo. See you later. Sleep well. Good night, good night. Good night, sleep well. Night night. See ya. See ya. Goodbye. Good night. Okay, let's listen. So I hit continue, I delete this save file, I go back, hit new game, new, and then space, and it crashes. Huh, and it's still saying it's somewhere here. Wait, what's happening here? Okay, let's go a little bit deeper. New. Okay, so I'm going to create a save file, delete it, but this time I will trigger the debug. Okay, save, quit, open in the book. Continue. Okay, so we are here, right? Going to continue, delete this. No files, go back, new game, new, right? And then I hit space. Okay, so we are right here, right? File is... Why are you undefined? The fuck? Okay, room, it has a name, okay. Object is the score attack. Key, we have this. I see the file is undefined for some reason. Huh. That's weird. Let me just make a, I suppose, a check then. A validation here. So if is underscore undefined global save file, then we will return actually if it's undefined, how about I just load the first file, because I don't want errors to happen here, so like that. basically. Let's see. Now it's not causing issues. Nice. Yeah. Okay, that's working now. Getting files, new save, everything good. Now I don't have the sword attack or the passive that pulls objects to you. So you are basically seeing currently the default way the game is going to start it as. If we exclude like the book messages. Yeah. Is the save functionality worse than the enemy AI? When it comes to designing it, you mean? The save file, because of the way GameMaker works, is a little bit more confusing, right? Because the enemy AI is only as complex as you make it, right? So yeah, the save is a little bit more difficult. Okay, everything seems to be working correctly currently. Yeah. Let's see if I can like go through the Phil's dungeon real quick. I still think keeping the data in JSON and base64. The issue is that the way GameMaker saves information is like not very consistent as far as I've seen on the manual. Yeah. I actually would prefer to save the information in JSON because it will make easier for people to modify the save file, right? I don't really care about like keeping the security of the save file. I don't mind if people want to cheat because it's basically a single player game, right? I kinda want to remake the player. Ouch. Mm, yeah, there is no reason to enable like anti-cheat features on single player games, in my opinion. Like at all. It would be different if this was like a multiplayer game. And even then I wouldn't really like add security unless I was making like a match system, right? And even that is questionable because I would, for example, not really care if the game is like not competitive. Yeah. Yeah, gacha would be about money. Yes. Oh, that's quite a lot of errors. And trigger lock aqua objecting 0. Huh. Object trigger lock aqua. Let me save real quick. It's a error a program I made in case something is missing for the things in the dungeon. It will show errors like that. I didn't really expect it to like spam like that, but yeah, I need to fix that. Okay, this is the boss fight. Ow. Ow. Ouch. Ouch. This might be harder than I thought it was. Ouch. Ah. Maybe not. Okay, we go over here. And here we get the bombs, basically. So here we get the bombs. Right? Now we have bombs. I need to make like the little item acquired jingle. And here we can go back. And I believe I can load this up. I got the key. Right, and I can get another key over here. Right here. Right, and with one key I can go in here and kill these guys. I need to work on these enemies actually. They are like not complete. And that gave me something. I don't know what. I don't remember. Okay, from here we go left, and over here we can open this door. Right here. And then go up. I need to change that teleport position. We go left. Here we can go through this real quick and destroy this. Load this up. Ah! Ouch. Go in here, get rid of these guys. Yeah, I really need to like fix these AIs. They do need a really good like rework. Now I got the dungeon key. Ah, I fell again. We go across. And I can open the door to the boss, go in here and fight the boss. Oh. Oh. Yeah, the Kraken needs some fixing. Yeah. Ah, wow. There we go. And we defeated the boss right here. And I can go over here, claim the prize that we don't have yet. Right? And then we go back out to leave the dungeon. Maybe I should add like a teleport or something to the dungeon so you can exit easily. But I feel like that would not like make sense in the lore. Yeah. Ah, shit, I got stuck. I need to fix that also. That's an issue. And we exit. Right, and now we can go over here and head for the next dungeon. I feel like the AI really needs some work. Okay, I believe it was over here. Right here, the next dungeon. Right? This dungeon needs some work still. Oh. I also need to make the dungeon map and that kind of stuff. Yeah. We have the puzzles. I need to fix that teleporter also. Yeah, I did forget. Also, there are some things that I didn't implement until much later. So that's another issue. Yeah. For example, I believe there is some stuff missing here. I'm missing like a door right here. Yeah. And one right here. So we go through here. We go over here, and this needs to go like this. Release date 2027. We will see. It's like slowly making progress. Oh. Now you're releasing a game for GT6? I don't know actually. I feel like my progress is making like going faster lately because I'm like avoiding making the art. But yeah, there is like some things I need to do to actually finish the game. This is a boss battle. I need to make the doors lockable also. Ow. Also, I didn't give him like much life, so he dies on one hit. I like the death animation. So I can go over here and get the dungeon item, so we can go back. Oh, this guy doesn't have a save state. Ah, I forgot to fix that door. Yeah, that's another issue. Okay, there is a bunch of issues on the second dungeon. The first one is almost done. There is just like, what to call it? A few issues here and there, especially with the enemies, the AI, basically. Yeah. Okay. That's a good like rundown of what we have pending. At least we fixed most of the issues of the starting menu. Yeah. We also managed to add the flags that enable the sword attack and the amulet. Yeah. Which is a very good thing. Yes. New game and the continue now are working as I wanted. Maybe. Actually, let me check something. Did I add that thing to the continue? I did not. Okay. Hold on. I need to... Oh. What happened there? Game manager on the file value. Key Gova file plus underscore room. Right here. I suppose this was on the fight. Okay. Let's do the same thing I did over here. I will just set the value of the global save file if it's not set to file 0. Yeah. Oh. So it doesn't crash like that. I wanted to on the continue I want to play what I did on the new game. So we have this thing for the enter, right? So I'm going to grab this and use it over here. I will place it down here. Right? And it should work as it is, I think. Enter is 5, this is 3, so I will just add the spaces right there. And that should set it the way I want. So I go to continue. Now there is the menu. Actually, I didn't want the enter. Oh, it still crashed. Oh. Where is that line? It cannot be there because I already fixed that, so it should be down here. Okay. That should fix it, hopefully. And here I will change this enter for... We said home, right? It was going to be your... Wait, this is new game. home. Okay, that's what I wanted. And here I need to change the backspace to be home. So the key bindings are consistent. Right, now home sends me back on both. Yeah, and then there is no crash. Nice. Ah. Now that's done. What should I do first? Should I try to fix the issues there is on the first dungeon, or should I fix the issues on the second dungeon? This is being placed on the drops layer. Okay. Let's see. Let's check the first dungeon then. I need the rooms. Dungeons. Shipwreck. Not that one, not that one. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. So these ones are okay. We have this. Okay. This chest right here. What is it? It's on droppers, so it should not be like covering whatever it spawns. Huh. Huh. Where is the treasure I made before? I don't remember. I wanted to check the dialogue system I made for that treasure chest right here. Pick up. Oh, this is the pick of animation actually. Huh. So there is like a function on your pickup, item pickup with a sprite. So instead of like setting the thing, wait, how does the treasure chest work exactly? Wait. Can I execute code from variables? Now that I think about it. Expression. Effect. Max HP equals to 120. Can I do this? I wonder. Can I do that? Can I do that? I wonder. Hold on, let me check. Let's go to... this is fine. Treasure chest, right there. Let's set the variables. This one will set to the circuit. Test. Okay. Let's give it a little try. Assign operators expected. Oh, I see. It won't trigger just like that. Oh. Maybe I can just set it like this. Would that work? Okay, and here I can go back real quick. Ah. And that's a crash. Treasure no set prepared. Open chest. What do you mean treasure no set prepared? I did set it. Oh, the expression is blank. Even though I actually set it. So I cannot set it like this. Then maybe I need to make like a actual effect that is different. Scripts utils. How about I call it something different? Let's call this just pick up effects. Just pick up effect. Right, and what I'm going to do here is simply say add bounds. Actually, I can just set it as add and item drop, and we say type, right? Drops dot nothing by default. Right, and I will make a switch right here. If it's a bomb break, right, I will set the amount be by default 1. So I will say wait object underscore player dot bumps plus equals to amount, right? And I will trigger bumps the UI. Okay, now that I have that, I can go over here and say the effect is going to be add a bump, right? And it will be wait, no, because this is pre-calculated, so I cannot really trigger it like this. Instead, I can set it like item. It would be, for example, drops dot bump like that, and amount, and I will set this to 1, right? And I can just call it right here. Add drop. And I say item, comma, amount, like that. That would be like more, would make more sense given the restrictions I have been given. Yeah. Okay, let's test it out. So I'm right here. I hit this. And no set buffer read, treasure. Weird. This is set. What do you mean is one not set buffer read? It does have the green circuit. Bump expression. What was the error? Yeah, it was a crash. Okay, let me copy the error and see. Open chess, treasures line 45 on create. Treasure, not a different ring. Line 45. 45, this one? Oh, I see. I see. That's the issue. I need to switch this like this. Yeah. I don't need to run this one like that, but the other I do. Like that. Oh, it's already time? I see. Oops. Okay, let me just run this last test and we will stop there. Let me just delete this. Okay, we're right here. I hit this. I got the... You found the treasure. Right? Did that... wait. Did that trigger the... It did trigger the thing. Oh. It did increase by 1 also, which is good. Okay, so it actually works. Nice. Okay, so that works. So I can use it now? Yeah. I can remove this. Okay. Where am I using this? Hold on. Huh, that's weird. Where am I calling the text? I don't see it. So you're just calling this. Where is the text coming from? I'm confused. New item pickup too. I'm confused. I don't remember how that works. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, the item drop object I wrote a long time ago, and so I don't really remember where the things are coming from. Yeah, I'm a bit confused. This text right here, I don't know what it is. You found a treasure. Engravings. Okay, let me give it a try. Find engravings. Where is that word? Oh, right there. Get it in for context. Ah, I see. That is being called right there by checking the pickup object on the dialog. So I can basically set it everything over here. And this is inside of the dialog box. Okay, I see. Okay, I figured it out. That's fine. Okay. I suppose I will be stopping here for today. So, thank you so much for coming to the depth stream.
Now that'd be boring. But fortune is a fickle tide, and one storm-soaked night, the ship vanished into the mist, dashed upon the jagged coast like so many broken promises. Fight Batman, save and start over is the only thing I can think of XD.
Okay, then I will go grab something for dinner.
Pink waving.
And I will see you guys tomorrow for Elden Ring. We will see if I died. Well, more of like how many times. Yeah. Good night. Bye bye. Thank you for coming to the stream. Hopefully we will make more progress next time. At least we managed to fix like the main menu. Next time I will probably fix the first dungeon. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Good night. Bye bye. Thank you for coming. Good night. If it's day for you, have a good day or evening. Good night. Good night. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye. Buenas noches. Que descansen. Bye bye. Bye bye. Good night. And bye.
Feature creep. Ambitious, I like it. Morgan needs to extinguish thy flame of ambition. Considering your personality, you might be able to. Will the keyboard be in-game? You don't want the player putting emojis in that thing. Just try to make it so the player can't mess stuff up based on the name. Because I'll be trying to. Like putting a along there. New _ folder / save _ data. Delete. 15. 20. No 24. I'm haggling. Save and start over is the only thing I can think of XD. Start over software. Yep. I'm just guessing though XD. Yo. Is there typos or unwanted spaces? Woo. XD. All the time. Carrot sounds like something like my luck too lol. Do you have a world map for the setting? Or a region map? If you're too lazy to work with shapes, just grab some random islands and rotate or mirror them. Or just grab a pencil and have an epileptic attack. Might as well get some monkeys to do some hand paintings and pick the ones that look good enough. Acquire a paintbrush and go full monk. Instead of thinking outside of the box, it's reading outside of the box XD. Lol. Ah, noise. Ooh, I like this song. XD. The links of the music are on description. Ooh, epidemic sound looks like an interesting site 0. Wait, what happens if you save without writing anything? Huh. Okay, I'm getting tired and I will have to wake up earlier than normal this time, so I'll be going to sleep, people. GN, see ya, hand pink waving. Is the save functionality worse than enemy eye? For saves I usually think of keeping the data in JSON then paste 60 for it. Then, yeah, I don't get devs who implement anti-cheat systems in single-player games. Unless it's a gotcha game, since it's all about money. What's going on? Oh, the Kraken from earlier doesn't have a flashing red state when taking damage. You forgot. Release date 2027. Maybe you'll release your game before GTA 6, Lemao. Crash. Also time alert, noise. No text though. Oh, there is. The item drop object? Okay, good night everyone. Thanks for the stream, smiley face emoji, heart emoji. See ya. Good night everybody, waving hand emoji. Bye. End. Goodbye, bye. I've been here the whole time. Just never chatted. Bye.
sun emoji, black star emoji, crescent moon emoji,